Today on The List, plan for retirement on a limited budget. Say goodbye to an iconic Pokemon character and the bold new food style changing the taste of our favorite dishes.
Oh, so much flavor.
Plus, simple ways to get your daily workout in.
We can absolutely do 10 or 20-minute workouts and do them multiple times per day.
But up first, the useful ways shopping malls are evolving. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Jimmy Rhodes. Now when you think about it, malls are kind of a perfect place. You can escape the weather, do some shopping, hang out with friends, and they usually have those warm pretzels. But really, when's the last time you've actually been to one? It's been a minute, right? Hattie D. Jamal got together with our partners at the Scripps News show, The Why, to look at the decline of malls and the movement to bring them back. And that's our featured story at the top of the list.
For a while, malls were everything. America's one-stop spot for shopping, eating, and socializing. The first one opened up in 1956 in Edina, Minnesota, and more sprung up all over, reaching 2,500 malls in the 80s. But when e-commerce sites like Amazon exploded, malls fizzled.
2020 was obviously a terrible year from a bankruptcy perspective for lots of retailers for the obvious reasons.
Nick Eaglanian, president of retail consulting firm SiteWorks, told the Wall Street Journal, quote, 10 years from now, there will be approximately 150 malls left in the U.S. That's about 3 malls per state. We turned to Natalie Cutler with BDO, a retail and consumer products industry group, to learn more. First, we asked her why so many malls and stores are closing. In January, Macy's closed 4 stores. They closed 36 in 2021.
I think a lot of the malls that had those stores that did file for bankruptcy have seen a significant deterioration in foot traffic.
Anchor stores are critical to keeping malls strong. They drive foot traffic to the smaller, specialized stores.
When an anchor goes out, files for bankruptcy, or just the store closes, if it's replaced by another well-known anchor store, that mall continues to thrive.
Sears, Kmart, Macy's, and Bloomingdale's are all leaving malls. JCPenney is still recovering from its bankruptcy filing in 2020. So in response, malls are reinventing themselves and trying to stay on top of the trends.
Those that are going to thrive are the ones that truly understand their customer base. They understand how to approach their customer. They understand whether it's through a social media perspective, whether it's through email. How do they connect with their consumer?
Kohl's says foot traffic increased after it started processing Amazon returns a few years ago. JCPenney integrated beauty stores to attract more shoppers. And some mall owners are buying up anchors so they'll stay put, such as Simon Property Group, which owns dozens of malls nationwide. They own Brooks Brothers, Lucky Brand Jeans, and JCPenney.
I think mall owners are looking to invest in their stores to make sure that their malls stay afloat, that they have the retailers are present.
Finally, Natalie thinks people are realizing that in-person shopping has advantages over e-commerce.
There's multiple stores, multiple categories, and there's also, you have more of a selection. So if store A doesn't have what you want, it's really easy. You don't have to get back in the car and drive to store B. And I think that going to the mall still continues to be a social event. We're seeing a lot more of the younger generation going back to the malls and just hanging out in the mall.
The move to keep malls open and thriving is at the top of the list.
Fusion cooking has created some inventive food options in the last few years, but we're ready to go even a little more extreme. Christina's driving fork first into the world of chaos cooking.
We are flooded with information about new places to eat, so some restaurants are firing things up in a more original and energetic way.
So chaos cooking is taking 2 flavors that normally wouldn't be together, mashing them together, and creating a flavor explosion of chaos.
Will Gardner, regional manager for Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, Arizona, shows us how to pair combos that we normally wouldn't for a new taste experience. First up, Angry Cajun Edamame.
I have seen edamame at many Japanese restaurants. Soy sauce is usually how I've ever had edamame.
We are going to make this angry edamame by adding our signature Cajun trifecta sauce with a little bit of cayenne pepper.
To make the trifecta sauce, whisk melted butter, Cajun seasoning, lemon pepper seasoning, minced garlic, and extra cayenne pepper.
All right, now we've got our edamame. What's the preparation for this?
So it's just steamed, very simple.
Pour the sauce over the edamame and coat them well.
Oh, so much
Is it good?
flavor.
Next, Cajun tofu bowl.
First, we're going to start with some tofu. We're going to fry it and get it nice and happy.
Use the same trifecta sauce with or without extra cayenne, depending on your taste.
What kind of things go into a Cajun seasoning?
So you'll have onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, oregano.
There's also salt, pepper, thyme, and cayenne.
Why does this work?
I think a tofu bowl would normally be served with a sweet and sour sauce or a hoisin or something like that. By taking Cajun spices, it just creates a whole different flavor.
Construct the bowl by adding rice, then top it with veggies like broccoli, carrots, and bok choy, and the tofu.
Throw them into our sauce, and then we've got them all set to go. Oh my gosh, it's crunchy on the outside. It absorbed all those flavors. That is fantastic.
Finally, Cajun grilled shrimp bowl.
So I think you find, Asian shrimp in a variety of dishes, mostly rice bowls. In this case, it's going to be over noodles. We're going to bring in Cajun seasonings and flavors that will really pop.
Create the trifecta sauce and pan fry the shrimp in garlic butter. Put noodles into a bowl and top them with mixed veggies and the shrimp and cover it with the sauce.
Good.
Those Cajun spices are fire. That's delicious.
For the full recipes, head to our Facebook page, The List Show TV. Putting the chaos in the kitchen with ragin' Cajun flavors.
Okay, one thing every doctor and scientist agrees on, keep moving and you'll stay healthier. So whether you're a fitness fanatic or maybe a little lazy, we have some easy ways to incorporate exercise into your schedule that'll make every day better.
Movement throughout your day is mandatory for a healthier life.
All aspects of health revolve around being physically active. So it's not just around caloric expenditure, it's around cardiovascular health, it's about managing our weight effectively, it's about our mental health, it's about our emotional well-being, and on and on.
Great, buddy. We're learning how to incorporate movement throughout your day with co-founder and CEO of BSL Nutrition, Benjamin Brown. Ben's first way? Just get up and walk.
One of the things that we suggest is accumulating steps throughout the day. So this doesn't have to be going out for an hour-long walk, but rather, and sometimes more effective, is small bouts of walking spread out throughout the day.
Just walking for 15 minutes after a meal helps with your digestion.
It's going to help with blood sugar regulation. It's going to improve our body's ability to absorb and assimilate the nutrients from the food, which also is going to help with weight loss.
So be sure to walk every day. What could possibly go wrong?
Next up, 10-minute workouts.
I imagine everyone says they're busy and they don't have time to work out. How can you fit it in?
The cool part about working out is we can do it any time, and we can actually accumulate workouts throughout the day. So it doesn't have to be one 30-minute stretch or 60-minute stretch, but rather we can absolutely do 10 or 20-minute workouts and do them multiple times per day.
Because everyone has 10-minute breaks throughout their day, right?
They really do.
And if you don't have a ton of equipment for your workouts, that's okay.
The key here is that we grab a pair of dumbbells, we use our body weight, and we work multiple muscle groups through big bang exercises all at once.
And lastly, having accountability.
What if I have a really hard time with motivation? How can I get over the hump?
What if I volunteered to show up and work out with you at the gym?
That actually would be better because I'm more willing to let myself down than let someone else who I know is showing up down.
Exactly. And so we know that if we have accountability around our workouts, around our daily movement, we're going to be a lot more likely to show up, and we can hold each other accountable.
So grab your kids, your partner, a neighbor, or a friend and set goals with each other.
And there's carrot and stick, right? There's kind of the, oh, I beat you at the push-up challenge, right? But then there's also having somebody who's willing to say, listen, you could do this, right? You know, that little bit of a cheerleader.
I think the first step is that even if it's carrot and stick of extrinsic motivation right out of the gate, is I'm going to show up for you, and I'm going to consistently show up for you to the point where I start to realize how good I feel, and now I'm going to start to show up for myself.
We're incorporating more movement throughout your day. Still to come on the list, meet Tubby Nugget, a character lifting spirits everywhere.
Today might not be your best day, but I still love you.
And why women can make the best investors.
Women were sticking with their plan, and it's paying off for them.
Plus,
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
what Pokemon and Ash Ketchum can teach us about ourselves.
He never steps on anybody to get to the top.
All that and more ahead on the list.
Welcome back. Now, March is Women's History Month, but today we're meeting a few with an eye toward their financial future through investing. Research shows that some women are crushing it, so Hattie D. Jamal's looking at the secrets they're using to multiply their money.
Women are investing now more than ever.
More than 2/3 of women are now investing outside of their retirement and emergency savings. When women invest, they see results. In fact, on average, we're seeing that they earn a higher return than their male counterparts. We've all got to start saying and doing investing like a woman. It works.
We spoke with the head of women investors at Fidelity Investments, Lorna Capusta, to learn what makes women successful investors, and it starts with joining the money conversation.
What we're still hearing is that women are not comfortable with the level of knowledge when it comes to investing, and oftentimes they think about investing as stock picking when it doesn't need to be.
So she says do the research, consult a financial advisor, or check out virtual options.
Join our Women Talk Money discussion series every month. We jump on Zoom and we cover money topics such as saving, investing, the financial aspects of caregiving, as well as many other topics. And you don't need to be a Fidelity customer to join, and that's at fidelity.com/womeninvest.
Next, stick with your investment plan.
Those women who are doing it well, they kind of take a buy and hold approach versus what I would say is like making a rash or emotional move of buying and selling. In fact, what we saw when we looked at men versus women investing over a 10-year horizon, which you have during that time ups and downs, on average, men were buying and selling at 2 times a greater rate, where women were sticking with their plan, and it's paying off for them.
Finally, invest consistently.
So what we're seeing for these women who are doing well, they're taking money out of every paycheck or on a quarterly basis and continuing to invest. And so they're not trying to time the market.
And it doesn't have to be large chunks of money.
If you have your retirement savings in order, so aim to contribute about 15% to your retirement plan, and that can include a company match, and you have an emergency savings that covers 3 to 6 months of expenses. Anything in addition to that, you should be looking at options to invest that money. And you can start very small. And in fact, starting small and continuing to be consistent over time is kind of the key to the opportunity for the future.
Watching our wallets grow by learning investment tips.
There's so much craziness happening in the world, but you gotta know there are pockets of good happening all around us. Take these stories, for example. They're your weekly reminder that kindness wins. First up is a Vermont man who became a best-selling author thanks to the power of TikTok.
I love you, Dad. Thank you. Well,
74-year-old Lloyd Richards spent 14 years writing a thriller titled Stone Maidens that was published in 2012.
write, you rewrite, and write it again. And never give up.
It didn't get much trashy back then, but last month his daughter decided to give it a social media boost with a clip that got over 47 million views.
Cheers.
Cheers, honey.
And thanks to that push, the book quickly sold out on Amazon and became part of the site's bestseller list.
These last couple of days, I can't understand it. I feel blessed.
See, never too late to chase that dream. Love this. Up next is a wholesome animated series on a mission to brighten the day of millions.
Everything's gonna be okay because I love you. I love you. And today might not be your best day, but I still love you.
Joshua Jackson and Janine Pastoris are behind Tubby Nugget,
Hi-ya!
an adorable caricature that's become a worldwide sensation for spreading messages of positivity and kindness.
I know you've got a lot of stuff to do, but taking a little break now and then will help you in the long run. Okay? I love you, friend.
Since 2020, Tubby Nuggets racked up over 5 million followers on TikTok. So sweet. And finally, the efforts of one nonprofit to tackle food scarcity in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee is so positive. I am positive that Milwaukee is the bees. It's the best.
Gianni Vaccaro is the founder of Sauce Milwaukee, which delivers healthy meals to those in need by bicycle.
Here's the food castle. We actually just roll through the neighborhoods and there's signs on this trailer that say free food and you just actually yell.
Food that would otherwise get discarded is collected from grocery stores, restaurants, even neighbors.
Food is a human right and I just think everybody should have it and it shouldn't be a question.
Since 2021, they've served healthy meals to dozens of people at least twice every week. You can learn more at saucemilwaukee.org. And those are 3 stories that prove kindness wins. Lots more coming up on the list. Stay with us.
We have a quick list of weight loss do's and don'ts from doctor and author of Supersized Lies, Robert Davis.
Obesity is a large and growing problem in our society.
First, don't just eat less. Look at the quality of your diet.
Looking not only at calories, but also things like protein.
Second, do remember exercise alone isn't enough.
While it's great for your health, does not burn that many calories.
And third, don't worry about sticking to a specific eating schedule.
Figure out what kind of schedule works best for you to allow you to eat a healthy diet.
For more List tips, head to our YouTube channel, The List Show TV.
We're back, and on today's watch list, after 25 years on the hit show Pokemon, the beloved animated character Ash Ketchum and his pal Pikachu have ended their run. Jackie Denker sat down with the voice of Ash, who tells us how playing him changed her life.
The Japanese hit animated series Pokemon, a franchise owned by Nintendo, was born 25 years ago. Dozens of characters have won battles and the hearts of fans worldwide. Ash Ketchum was one of them.
He's so sweet. He's a good dude.
Starting this year, the series is launching without Ash.
It can't be!
And no one is sadder about that departure than the woman who has voiced the character for almost 2 decades.
Sorry!
Actress Sarah Natochenny.
Of course, I'm sad as a lifelong fan of Pokemon. I'm very sad to see Ash go, but we have 25 seasons of show that we can revisit beyond our lifetimes.
Don't worry.
A show Sarah says changed her life.
These were the most amazing years of my life. Doing this job is really the greatest gift anybody's ever given me. It forced me to really look inside myself and realize that there is that person. And through Ash, I was able to find that and find the fun. And now I just have fun all the time. You can't stop me.
Sarah says there are a lot of takeaways she'll treasure too. Characteristics she hopes fans across the globe will take with them as well. For one, she says he was competitive but kind.
You don't have to be like this fists up, get down kind of person to compete and compete well. You don't have to be that.
And all I want to do is be good enough for you so we can battle side by side as a team.
Next, she says he was always there to lift up and encourage others.
He never steps on anybody to get to the top. He's a team player and he's very kind to his Pokemon. When he talks to Pikachu and he's like, "You did a good job, buddy. Now get a good rest."
Finally, she says she was so thankful to morph into a character who was such a positive spirit.
He's a good guy. He's not making fun of anybody. He's not being negative. I think that's a really good lesson for people.
All right, good. Now we're not gonna quit.
Sarah says it may be the end of Ash on TV, but he will always walk alongside her like her very own Pokemon.
Be happy, old friend.
To quote the original theme song, like, be the best, the very best, like no one ever was. And then I would add to that, do it with love, do it with kindness, do it with grace.
Play on, play hard, and play nice till the end on the watch list.
Take care.
We'll miss you.
Now, if you've watched Pokemon and thought, I wonder what a Snorlax tastes like, well, first of all, shame on you, but also there's probably a fast and easy plant-based substitution. We're talking meat-free at the drive-thru. Last on our list is next. Welcome back. It's time for what's last on our list. Now, the USDA is forecasting the average American will eat 215 pounds of meat in 2023, and the majority of that will be chicken. That's why this article from Scripps News caught my eye. Chick-fil-A is testing a plant-based sandwich made with cauliflower. And check the subtitle. The chain says the plant-based alternative tastes just like its original chicken. Now, if the limited release goes well, this could go nationwide, which would really accelerate a growing trend of fast food places selling plant-based versions of meat-based originals. Now, the highlight of my almost vegan week is Whopper Wednesday, when you can order an Impossible Whopper through the Burger King app for just $3 plus tax. That's like half price. Now, staying on the Impossible Meat train, White Castle, yes, that White Castle, home of the greasy, bite-sized, irresistible when you're drunk at 2 a.m. slider, now has Impossible Sliders. And how about some Beyond Meat love? Carl's Jr. has the Beyond famous Star Burger, and Del Taco offers Beyond Meat in tacos and burritos. So if you're vegan, vegetarian, or just like taking the occasional break from meat, great news. Your drive-through options are increasing. Hey, that's what's last on our list. Thanks for watching The List. We'll see you next time.
Join The List as we take a journey to tomorrow with the help of artificial intelligence.
It's going to change our lives in so many ways.
Plus, the future of exercise.
We see the lights light up and the music gets louder as you're building your streak.
And how our food is changing too.
Welcome to the next agricultural revolution.
Join us on our journey tomorrow on The List.